If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
The first ladies of football are with me now. This is pretty cool. Ingrid and Sarah Harbaugh. Ingrid is, of course, the wife of Baltimore Ravens coach John Harbaugh.
Who we like.
Yeah, we like him a lot. We like him a lot.
Right.
Sarah is the wife of 49ers coach Jim Harbaugh, who we also like. Let's get that together.
We would not have liked.
We like
had we
both
caught the ball and had they won and so close.
Right. Well, this is unique, though. This is unique, and I'm sure you're going to be doing this all day because both of you found yourselves in unique situations now it's 12 days ago, where both of your husbands lost really heartbreaking games in crucial, and you've been through tons of losses as wives. I have no doubt about that. But just what do you do? What's the conversation like? How do you handle it? Or maybe is it that he's got to come over and make sure that you're okay?
Oh, both, I think. Right? It's almost no conversation. I think it's you're just like numb. You can't believe it. It's so close. It's hard to get through. You're just numb. I can't believe it. And we had such a great game plan. We really thought we had great practice all week. We really thought we were going to do it. It was just a couple plays short, so it was a tough one. It was a hard one. It took about a good week for us to get back in conversation.
Sarah, how did you and Jim handle that one in San Francisco?
Well, it was tough because we were, he was on the, practicing. We were getting ready for the game, and John's game was on the big screen. So that kind of burst the balloon right there, and it was hard. It was because you feel so much emotion for him because it's your brother and my brother-in-law, and then you've got to go play a game and try to win. And it was one of those losses, just like almost identical, like just right down to the last minute. And it would be one thing if the other team was up like 20, but it hurt a lot because we could have been here,
Yeah,
so
no question about that.
We're here.
Right. Under different circumstances. The Harbaugh women are here with us courtesy of Skinny Cow Candy. We're going to tell you all about that here in a minute. The unique opportunity on Thanksgiving, that whole Harbaugh Bowl, and what it would have been this week. What was that like for the two of you in particular, who I'm sure have a great relationship and great connection, sort of going through that together, and the in-laws and the whole experience of the Harbaugh Bowl on Thanksgiving night?
Yes, it's funny. Sarah and I always text and say, "Well, good luck this week. You're thinking about you." And that week it was funny. We were silent, and it's not because we don't like each other.
What do you say?
Right. It's like you
don't want to say good luck.
Yeah, because you don't mean it.
But you have to see the game at the beginning of the season. You circle it. You got to get through it. And it was so hard because it obviously was a win-win for the mom and dad. But we had 35 people in for that game. Sarah didn't come. It was tough for her to travel with the little girls. But you just try and get through it, and it's so stressful. It was up there, that and the championship game, but it was a hard one. It was tough to get through.
I actually sensed that Jack was, as much as he enjoyed it, it was really difficult because he said he wasn't going to watch the game on TV cameras. How do you handle that situation?
Actually sat in Mr. Modell's old office in the stadium, and they both watched it on TV. They couldn't watch it live, so that's what they did.
It's tough, you're rooting, and even for the two of you, you're rooting absolutely for your husband. There's no doubt about that, but you don't want to see something bad happen necessarily, Sarah, to your brother-in-law. I mean, you're not rooting for that.
No, exactly. It was hard. You're torn. You're absolutely torn. But I knew either way Harbaugh was going to win, and knowing that, you can't be too upset. And they were having a big function at their house the next day. It was in Baltimore. They were going to celebrate Jim and John's parents' 50th anniversary. So I kind of felt like going into that day and if they had lost, it wouldn't be such a party, So I tried to put that in perspective and say, okay, I think it was good. I mean, people would hate that I say this, but that the Ravens won that one because Ingrid had to entertain all these people, and after a loss, that's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, it might have
been outside in the treehouse. Spend for yourself.
Yeah, right. Go get your own food. I'm not worrying about any of these things. Okay, so we always hear about how competitive John and Jim are. That they grew up and they were. When you guys get together for family functions, do you still see it? They're like, let's just arm wrestle right now. Why don't we just go ahead and do something?
Well, that's Sarah and I. No, Jim and John met up, yesterday at Jim's at their sister's house, Joni in Bloomington, and they immediately started playing horse, you know, on the basketball
funny.
court. I don't know who won. I went inside. I didn't want to see it.
I had to. I'm like,
It's going to be ugly no matter what. Somebody's going to be unhappy.
Exactly.
Is it? Did you? And Sarah, this is a good question for you. Did you notice that John going through it for a few years as a head coach, and I know that Jim was coaching at college level,
Right.
but the NFL coaching experience that really did help Jim as he came in for his first season.
Absolutely. He couldn't have had a bigger blessing than to have a brother that it was there, and you know he went to him so much for advice right away, and it helped. And we were so lucky to have them already there and kind of scoping out the grounds for us, and it made it a very nice transition, you know, and a good first year.
And for Indy, this connection, John it's always going to be there. You know, Jim was a successful football player, and then college coach. Everybody, you're always going to have someone asking you about it, but it's so genuine. Like you really sense with John, it really means something to him to see his little brother have success, or you know, just in general.
brother,
Yeah.
right. Oh, definitely. He's always been his number one fan, playing, you know, and now in coaching. They're our NFC team, you know, now. So we won't have to play them again for 4 years unless.
Thank God, right.
But yeah, so I mean, we've always been there, and it's so nice. It works out. We're East Coast, they're West Coast. A lot of time we can catch each other's games. You know,
Sure.
run home and watch, you know, 49ers play.
It makes a lot of sense. All right, tell me about Skinny Cow Candy, because I'm really interested.
Oh, it's so good.
Really?
It's a line it's from Skinny Cow Candy. It's a line that Skinny Cow Ice Cream has now brought out the candy. It's in your grocery in the candy aisle. It's not in the freezer, and it is fabulous. It's one of those things where you're eating it and you think you're splurging, and you're not. It's just the way it tastes.
Really?
Try some. It's great.
All right. Well, I think I will.
Yeah.
Let's do
120
this.
calories or less.
Yes.
These are the dreamy clusters.
Those are my favorite.
Those are amazing.
And
I like
John's
the heavenly wafers myself. The peanut butter and milk chocolate. They're to die for.
And they do frozen candy as well.
They do ice cream. And that's kind of where they
all
started.
right.
But nobody
All right.
knows about this candy that's out now. So
All right, hang on. I'm gonna try this right
Yes.
now. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not gonna let you two talk, and I'm gonna do this.
Well, you know,
Yes.
it's funny because this year 70% of women are going to be watching the big game on Sunday. So, what do we usually eat?
You usually
know?
have, your chicken wings, your pizza, your subs, all this salty, fried stuff. But what I wonder, and most women probably
Wait,
wonder.
I can't lose that. So I hope my girlfriend isn't listening right
Well, no,
now.
you can have that, but you want in the fourth quarter bring out, the candy, the chocolate, because we want to know where that is, and this, especially a chocolate that is carefree, and good.
It's definitely something that you can incorporate in, throw it in your lunch. Busy moms have it in the car because I have to hide it at home now. My daughter and my husband are, where's the Skinny Cow? I'm like, that's my candy. So, but it's great, big game, throw it in a bowl, in the fourth quarter, and it's just like light and refreshing, from all the salty stuff that you're eating.
It's really good. This is really, really good. The dreamy clusters from Skinny
Yes.
Cow. It's a thumbs up.
And another thing real quick that we're doing, this bowl in front of you, we've made 25 of these bowls. And the best thing about them is they come with a 12-month supply of Skinny Cow candy, and they're auctioning off right now. It ends tomorrow on our Facebook page.
Okay.
So go to Facebook and put in Skinny Cow, and all the proceeds go to Cure Search for children's cancer.
Well, that's outstanding.
Yes.
That's outstanding. So I guess from what I learned from all that, and it's Ingrid and Sarah Harbaugh with us here on WNST, that despite everything, you guys are definitely going to watch the game on Sunday.
Well, we won't be here. We're going to be back home.
Right, but a lot of times players, coaches say something like, I don't even want to watch. I just don't even want to watch. But you're confirming, despite everything, you're going to sit down and watch the football.
We will. You say that, and when it comes down, you're like, oh, I got to watch.
Right.
Yeah, you have to.
And there are two good teams that one came from out of nowhere, won 5 or 6 in a row, and the other one had a 13-3 season, and they deserve to be there too. So.
Good matchup.
But you feel like you're going to be watching it and just still saying to yourself, this should be us.
Oh, yeah.
We had this one. Why aren't we here? We could be.
ours.
Yeah, right. It's ours. John in general, how he is. It's 4 seasons now. How has he changed since he first showed up in Baltimore?
You know what? We didn't know what to expect when we came. They were 5-11, I think, when we came in. So we weren't just like, hey, if we win 6, we're doing better.
Right.
And that was what we expected. And the way we've made the playoffs 4 years in a row is unheard of. I'm so proud of him. And but then the pressure raises. Now it is why? We didn't get the Super Bowl. What's wrong with you?
Right.
You know, so
Right.
now I think, you know, it's okay. They're accepting it, the fans, and they've been backing us since you've been there, and I appreciate it. And we're just trying next year.
And I guess what you can tell to Sarah is now that's coming for her as well and her family.
Exactly.
Like, be prepared.
And that will be a good thing. To be in the playoffs every year, that will be a great thing.
No question. We'll take it for sure.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.